As we age, the body goes through changes that are natural and inevitable. But some of these changes aren't so obvious at first glance. There are quiet, almost invisible warnings that can signal when an elderly person is nearing the end of their life. We're not talking about specific illnesses or medical diagnoses, but about subtle changes in behavior, emotion, and daily habits that many families only recognize when it's too late. If you have an aging loved one, this video will help you understand these important signs. When you recognize what to look for, you have the chance to respond with comfort, love, and special care during this very significant time. Death is not just an isolated moment, it's a gradual process, a quiet transition for which both the body and mind try to adapt. An elderly person may start to slow down, speak less, or show changes in sleeping and eating patterns that should never be ignored. These aren't coincidences. They're quiet but powerful warnings that a long and rich life journey is approaching its end. In this video, we'll reveal 6 of these silent warnings to help you understand when this is happening, not to cause fear, but to guide you to respond with love, understanding, and serenity. Just as every birth has its significance, every passing also deserves to be honored with compassion and respect. In the next few moments, you'll learn what to watch for, how to understand these changes, and how to give an elderly person the attention and care they deserve. These signs are a natural part of life, but noticing them can help turn a painful chapter into a meaningful and loving farewell. Don't wait until it's too late. Be present, be aware, and be ready to give comfort and respect to those who have loved and cared for you throughout your life. Every moment matters, and every day spent with an aging loved one can become a precious memory for everyone involved. We're not here to cause fear, but to educate and guide, shedding light on moments that often go unnoticed. Over the next few minutes, we'll walk through these 6 silent warnings so that you, as a caregiver or family member, won't be caught off guard when the time arrives. Stay with us until the end to understand how you can transform this sensitive moment into an expression of love, honor, and respect for the person you care about. Recognizing these signs is more than being vigilant. It's an act of love, compassion, and humanity. But before we begin, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and share it so that more people can benefit from this important information and help those they love. Now, let's begin. First sign, profound and constant fatigue. One of the first subtle warnings that an elderly person is nearing the end of their life is profound and constant fatigue, even after a good night's sleep. This is not about a simple tiredness caused by a restless night or a more active day. It's an exhaustion that doesn't go away, that doesn't get better with rest, and that seems to consume all of a person's strength and energy day after day. In these cases, it's common to notice that the person sleeps much more than before, sometimes for a large part of the day, or simply doesn't have the will to get out of bed. This isn't laziness, and it's not just a lack of motivation. It's as if the body itself is conserving its very last reserves of energy for vital functions. Speech may become slower and softer, and even simple activities, like lifting a cup of tea or trying to carry on a longer conversation, can become an exhausting battle. If you notice that your loved one no longer wants to participate in activities that used to bring them joy, no longer has the strength to visit with friends, or doesn't respond as easily when called, it may be a sign that the body is entering a gradual shutting down phase. It's a quiet, yet significant warning that their vitality is no longer what it used to be. It's important not to interpret this simply as disinterest or a lack of motivation. At this point, the elderly person doesn't need pressure to get active or return to old routines. What they need is understanding, comfort, and support, the space and care to experience this phase with dignity. It's not about trying to motivate them to stay active, but about being present, listening, and offering affection as their vital energy slowly draws inward. If you're following along so far and recognize the significance of this first sign, leave a 1 in the comments and don't forget to like this video to show your support and help more people benefit from this important information. Second sign, changes in appetite and difficulty eating. One of the clearest yet most subtle signs that an elderly person may be nearing the end of life is a change in appetite and difficulty with eating. This is not about a simple loss of interest in food or a temporary phase caused by a mild illness. It's a deeper, longer-lasting shift that goes far beyond just a decreased appetite. Over time, the person may begin to lose the desire to eat, sometimes even rejecting foods they once enjoyed. It's common to notice that portions get smaller and that even the simple act of chewing and swallowing becomes more challenging than before. The smell, texture, and taste of meals become less appealing, and meals themselves may become sparse and infrequent. This change should not be mistaken for stubbornness or a lack of interest in eating. In reality, it is a natural part of the body's process of slowing down and using less energy as it approaches the end of life. At this point, it's not about forcing the person to eat, but about offering comfort, understanding, and making each moment at the table as gentle and meaningful as possible. If you notice that your loved one no longer has an appetite, doesn't show interest in meals, or struggles to swallow, this may be an important sign that the body is entering a new phase of shutting down. It's a quiet warning that deserves special attention to ensure comfort, dignity, and peace. If this second sign resonates with you and what you've observed, let us know by leaving a 2 in the comments, and don't forget to like this video to show your support and help more people benefit from this important information. Third sign, withdrawal and disinterest in conversations. One of the most significant yet subtle signs that an elderly person may be nearing the end of life is a tendency to withdraw and lose interest in conversations or interactions that were once meaningful to them. This is not about a simple desire to rest after a long day or a temporary quiet spell. It's about a deeper, more prolonged shift. In these moments, the person may show less interest in attending family gatherings, receiving visitors, or even talking with loved ones. It's as if they're turning inward, preserving their energy for what truly feels vital. The sights and sounds of the world around them lose their appeal, and silence often becomes a refuge. This change should not be interpreted as coldness, disinterest, or rejection. In reality, it's a natural part of the process, a way for the person to prepare for a new phase. They don't desire less love, but they do need more understanding and respect for their space and time. It's not about trying to force conversation or expecting a reaction, but about offering a loving, quiet presence that doesn't demand a reply. If you notice that your loved one has become quieter, more detached, or spends more time in isolation, it may be a sign that their life force is slowly turning inward, making space for the next chapter. It's a significant signal, and honoring it with understanding, patience, and serenity can make all the difference. If this third sign resonates with you and what you've observed, Let us know by leaving a 3 in the comments, and don't forget to like this video to show your support and help more people benefit from this important information. Fourth sign, confusion and moments of disorientation, one of the most common and impactful signs that an elderly person is nearing the end of life is changes in their level of lucidity and awareness of their surroundings. This isn't about simple forgetfulness or occasional lapses, but rather a clearer and more prolonged confusion, where the line between present and past becomes less defined. During these moments, the elderly person may seem disoriented in time and space. Sometimes they don't know what day it is, don't recognize close family members, or begin calling for relatives and friends who have already passed away. This isn't just age-related memory loss, but a deeper change, as if the mind is alternating between different moments in life and preparing a connection between the present and what comes next. You might notice slight restlessness or a mysterious calmness as the person seems to converse with those who aren't physically present. These aren't simple delusions, but manifestations of someone beginning to inhabit a thin boundary between this world and the next. At this very sensitive time, it's not helpful to try to correct or bring them back to present-day logic. What matters is to offer comfort, affection, and a calm presence so they feel they are not alone. No matter where their memories and emotions take them, if you notice your loved one going through such moments, shifting between lucidity and disorientation, or mentioning people and situations not part of their current day, this may indicate their spirit and mind are entering a new stage of this deeply human and meaningful process. If this fourth sign resonates with you and what you've observed, please leave a 4 in the comments, and don't forget to like this video to show your support and help more people receive this important information. Fifth sign, reduced movement and progressive weakness. A common and important sign that the end of life is approaching is a decrease in movement and increasing physical weakness. The elderly person may begin to struggle with even the simplest movements, such as raising an arm, holding objects, or turning over in bed. This loss of strength doesn't happen suddenly, but gradually and steadily. Over time, the body becomes increasingly tired, and the legs may no longer support their weight, making walking difficult or impossible. This physical limitation leads to greater dependence on others for daily activities like eating, dressing, and personal hygiene. It's important to understand that this weakness isn't laziness, but the body conserving energy for vital functions. Therefore, care must be given with patience and respect, assisting without forcing movements that could cause pain or discomfort. If you notice your loved one growing weaker, moving more slowly, or having difficulty moving around, this may be a sign that their body is preparing for the final phase of life. If this fifth sign resonates with you, please leave a 5 in the comments, and don't forget to like this video to help more people recognize these silent signs. Sixth sign, changes in breathing patterns. One of the most visible and important signs that an elderly person is nearing the end of life is changes in their breathing pattern. These changes may be subtle at first, but tend to become more noticeable. Over time, breathing may become irregular, with longer pauses between breaths, or it may slow down and become more shallow. Sometimes, the person may seem to be making more effort to breathe, as if trying to take in more oxygen. It's also common to hear different sounds, such as gasping or soft wheezing. These changes are not cause for panic, but rather natural signs that the body is preparing for the final transition. It's important to be attentive to these signs and provide comfort, ensuring the environment is calm and supportive so the person can breathe as comfortably as possible. If you notice these changes in your loved one's breathing, understand that is a quiet but clear sign that the final phase of life is near. Your presence, calmness, and affection are essential during this time. If this sixth sign resonates with you, please leave a 6 in the comments and don't forget to like this video to help more people understand these important signals. We've reached the end of this video, and I want to sincerely thank you for being here, willing to learn and understand these important signs that life is approaching its final stage. Recognizing these moments is not only a way to be prepared, but a true act of love and respect for those who have always been there for us. Remember that even in the face of these silent signs, the most important thing is to offer companionship, affection, and comfort. A loving presence can transform this difficult time into a farewell filled with dignity and peace. If this content touched your heart, please leave a comment with the number of the sign that stood out most to you. Share this video with your loved ones so more people can prepare and support their elderly family members with love. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and turn on notifications to receive more content that helps you take better care of the elderly in your life. Thank you very much for watching. Take good care of yourself and see you in the next video.